5 things you missed in Arsenal 2, Tottenham 1. Gonna get a North Londoners red spammed in the comments as Arsenal win the North London derby. And while it was only 2-1 on the scoreline, let me just get it straight, tactically Arsenal were a far better team. But overall, a win is a win, and a win over Jose Mourinho for Mikel Arteta. But the question really is, what were the tactics and what did you guys miss? Let's discuss in today's video. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Vaz14, the smiles on the face, and you know why. Quickly, before we get into the video, I'm sure to go on with it and celebrate the dub itself. Smash a like on the video and also do subscribe to the channel if you are new. Let me know your thoughts on the derby, the performance, and your tactics as well. But without any further ado, Arsenal 2, Tottenham 1, and here are the 5 things that you guys missed. Here we go. The first thing that we need to discuss is Martin Odegaard, the complete number 10 performance. I know, ESR was outstanding. I'm going to get onto him in a second as well. But Martin Odegaard, the lonely Norwegian international captain, he was outstanding today. Let's read out them stats. Odegaard versus Tottenham: 1 goal, 55 passes, 2 key passes, 3 out of 3 long balls completed, 4 out of 8 ground balls won, 1 clearance, 1 interception and 3 tackles. A superb all-action performance in his first North London derby. And while we can celebrate the goal and while it was deflected, I don't give a damn. Odegaard showed today what we need to see from a number 10 at Arsenal, because not only is he now adding goals to his game, that's now 2 goals in 2 games, he's keeping those creative numbers up there. 2 chances created shows that. But most importantly, and what I was most impressed by, was his defensive work rate to win that ball back, to intercept the ball and to set traps on the press. And the fact that he had 3 tackles as an attacker midfielder just goes to show what a modern number 10 needs to do, and Odegaard is the prime example. In terms of one of Tottenham's better players, not on the day but in general, Tanguy Ndombele, he's one player that I was kind of scared of going into the game. But let me get it straight, he was awful today. And there's one specific reason why, and that is Martin Odegaard. Because he was standing near me, was waiting for him to make a move, and Odegaard will come flying in, snapping in to win that ball back and start an Arsenal attack again and again and again. And that's why Ndombele was hooked in the second half. And now the question really is for Real Madrid. He's of course on loan, name the price so he can pay it. Mikel Arteta on signing Odegaard permanently, this was before the game. We have to discuss that. He is not our player. We have a loan deal until the end of the season, and we have to maximize that. We have to make him as good as and as happy as possible at the club, so at the end of the loan we have the best possible chance to decide what is best for both parties. And with Odegaard's quotes and his smiles and his actions around the club, it just shows to me he wants to stay. Arsenal want to keep him, and I believe personally that a deal most likely will be struck in the summer, but we're gonna have to wait and see. In terms of this, hey Martin Odegaard, you scored a goal in a North London derby. That is something you love to see. Right, so on to the second thing, and that is Emil Smith-Rowe, the problem creator. I'm gonna go as far as saying this was arguably Smith-Rowe's best game in an Arsenal shirt. And as always, we need to hit you with them stats. Emil Smith-Rowe created 4 chances today, more than any of Spurs' players put together. He also had the best passing accuracy of any player in the game today with 97%. And the 4 key passes, the 4 chances created, all in the first half, showed to me he was the one that Tottenham just could not handle. And so much so that Jose Mourinho needed to completely alternate his tactics, because Højbjerg then had to track Smith-Rowe, and that completely changed how Tottenham played. We're changing teams' tactics, we're changing Mourinho's tactics, and that's Emil Smith-Rowe at his best. And if you look at his overall heat map from the game as well, you can see there he's standing in positions just behind Doherty, waiting to make that run, and Doherty, obviously the Arsenal fan Doherty, could not cope with him all game. And one of the most important things with me was his connection with KT, Tesco's finest Kieran Tierney, who also got an assist. The first example here is Tierney picks up the ball, and look how smart Smith-Rowe is to stand behind Doherty, who does not have a clue where his man is. He makes that run, Smith-Rowe gets played in by KT, and what happens next? He makes a very good opportunity for Lacazette, who should be scoring. Now this is where Kieran Tierney gets the assist for Odegaard's goal. Watch Smith-Rowe, how he's taking Ndombele with him. Højbjerg doesn't know who to mark, and he gives space for Tierney, who knocks it past his man, cuts it back to Odegaard, and Arsenal equalise. It is beautiful scenes. And that left hand side of Smith-Rowe and Tierney is the most balanced left side I've seen from Arsenal all season. And much as I love Pepe, as much as Willian's been decent as well, I think Smith-Rowe showed today that when he's playing in the right tactical system, this guy can operate perfectly fine on that left hand side. And Smith-Rowe is not only just important going forwards for Arsenal, creating them chances, but it's also how important he is to Arsenal's pressing and setting those traps to get that ball back. Think about how many times today Arsenal won that ball back in the Spurs' half. Smith-Rowe was a key part of it, Odegaard was a key part. These players are understanding the systems and the tactics that Mikel Arteta is putting through to them. And as Sam Dean says here, Arsenal's 5 best best players in that first half were 5 of the youngest players on the pitch. Trust in youth. Saka 19, Smith Rowe 20, Odegaard 22, Tierney 23 and Gabriel 23. Arsenal have got a group of young players that we can build around, and it's now down to the owners, the first team executives and the technical directors to sort it out, and let's get rid of the deadwood and sign some proper players to play with these men. And for me, he was my man of the match, but obviously Odegaard's up there as well. But lads, who was your man of the match in this game itself? ESR, was it Odegaard, Lacazette, Tierney? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. On to the third thing that you may have missed, and that is Harry Kane. Yes, Harold Kane, the Arsenal fan. The only time he's actually celebrated a title was when he was an Arsenal fan, that Harry Kane there. Gabriel Magalhaes emptying his pocket today. You can see his keys, you can see a bit of extra gum, and you can see a bit of Harry Kane. And to be fair to Harry Kane, yes, he hit the post in the last 10 minutes, but where was he for 75 minutes in the game? I'll tell you where, in Gabriel Magalhaes' back pocket. And to be fair, I was very surprised by how aggressive Gabriel Magalhaes was today, because I thought maybe he would have sit off a little bit to give Kane a bit more space, because normally when teams close Kane down, he can turn, he can pass players and find Son and Bale in behind. But in this game for 75 minutes, Harry Kane was absent. He was more missing than Tottenham's trophy cabinet, and most importantly, I think he had the least touches out of any Tottenham player in that first half. Of course, instead of Heung-min Son, who's taken off in the first 10 minutes, 20 minutes, you can understand that. This guy is 23 years of age, he's got bags of potential and bags of ability, and he is my centre back. Also, in terms of Gary the golfer, Gareth Bale, where was he today, you know? Because Kieran Tierney had him pocket him as well. And when Mourinho took him off in the, was it 55th or 60th minute, I can see why. Obviously, he's getting Gareth Bale rested for the PGA Tour, and I can see why. And so forget Gary the golfer for a second, Harry Kane, I know you're an Arsenal fan, I know deep down you enjoyed that win as much as I did, and yeah, sleep tight well in your Arsenal pyjamas tonight. Oh, and also Eric Lamela, you were talking quite a bit in that first half, but I guess in the second half the referee showed you exactly what colour London is in a bit. Moving on to the fourth thing, lads, and that is character building. Coming behind for a win, Arsenal Football Club. Can you believe it? I don't know if this is fully right, but I do believe this is Arsenal's first win at the Emirates Stadium this season by coming from behind in the Premier League. And if that is the case, it just shows this team is getting better and better in the sense of a character. We've already seen that game against Benfica where we needed 2 goals in the final 20 minutes and we turn up. We also saw that game against Olympiacos only a week ago where they scored that first goal and you thought, oh my god, Arsenal are going to collapse. We didn't. We scored 2 more goals and we got 3 goals there. And so what for me it's showing is this young group of players that Arsenal have, the likes of Gabriels and Sakas and Tierneys and Smith Rowe's, they're growing in a sense of character, and they're showing they're able to come back from behind. We hit the bar, we hit the post, and instead of the Arsenal players, you know, feeling sorry for themselves, they showed me some top character, and I love to see that. And also, if you compare this performance in the North London derby compared to the last North London derby, it's a different Arsenal team. We have more balance going forwards, we're a bigger threat, we have more chances, and overall with Arsenal and Tottenham, the gap is a lot more closer than the table shows. But for me, if they can tell upon games like this, where are you every game, I need to now see consistency, the Arsenal players. When it comes to that, you man turn up, and I enjoy that so much. Oh boy, we won. Fantastic, you love to see it. And on to the fifth and final thing, and that is Big Game FC. Yes, that's Arsenal Football Club. Yeah, 10th flip, we Big Game FC. I can't believe I'm saying this, because after that win against Jose Mourinho, that's now Mikel Arteta having beaten Tottenham, Man City, Liverpool, Man United and Chelsea, the so-called Big Six, the other 5 teams. You can even count Leicester in as well if you want to. And it just goes to show in the year and a bit since Mikel Arteta has come into Arsenal, especially these big games, we have started to compete. And for me, I've never had a tactical issue with Mikel Arteta because I can clearly see there's a top coach in there. But of course, with things before the game, we can't forget that of Aubameyang, where he got left out for being late and disciplinary reasons. While I appreciate Mikel Arteta's honesty and just the straight up ruthlessness to say, yeah, you're my captain, but I'm going to drop you, I just don't think you needed to put that out into the media in the first place. You could have just said he's been rested or he's been left out in terms of a tactical reason. You don't have to put out the negative out there. But only at Arsenal could we see our captain get taken out of the team in the North London derby because of a late detention. This is my club, this is Arsenal Football Club for you. But regardless of that, I couldn't give a damn because Arsenal won, and that's all that matters to me. And while it was an impressive tactical performance from Arsenal today, one thing I want to see now is consistency, because the reason why we're 10th is because we can't show that consistent level of this level of performance. But one thing I will say, since Arsenal have introduced proper creative midfielders, we're talking Smith Rowe, we're talking Martin Odegaard, we are a different team going forward, we make better chances, and we are far bigger threats. And then for rioting, since those players have come into the team, Arsenal are in that top 4 in terms of the form table as well. But it is what it is, lads. I don't care about the league table today. I don't care about anything else except for the fact that North London is red. What do we think of Tottenham? You know the rest. And Arsenal have won 2-1. It is things you love to see. It is beautiful scenes. And with that being said, there is the video there and there. Of course, if you have enjoyed this video, should have gone on there and smash a like on the video. Also, do subscribe to the channel if you are new and let me know your thoughts on the game and anything else in the comments below. If you could also follow all my social media, the links will be in the description below and I would appreciate that. But with that being said, Arsenal have won the North London derby 2-1 at the Emirates Stadium. Beautiful scenes indeed. Harry Kane, Eric Lamela, Gary goal for Bale. Where are you at, my guys? London is red. North London is red. And I will see you soon.